Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about Blade & Soul and a solution that the Chinese servers have implemented recently, which is pretty interesting to say the least. So as we know, Blade & Soul has a lot of optimization issues, especially in the performance department where we drop frames and whenever we're doing raids we get like 10 FPS or 7 FPS and it's quite unenjoyable. So the Chinese publishers Tencent have listened to the community feedback in China and they've offered a solution. Obviously, it is not a paid solution because we're talking about Tencent over here, but nevertheless, it is a solution that solves this existing problem. So the infrastructure within China is actually very good, especially the internet. However, the internet is only very good within China. So for example, my download speed and upload speeds are 500 megabytes down and 500 megabytes up. However, that only applies to websites as well as games within China. The moment I try to connect overseas, it will drop significantly. It will drop to like 5 megabytes down and like 2 megabytes up. It degrades significantly the moment I try to connect to a server that is not within China. So what Tencent has done for Blade & Soul China is it has allowed people to stream Blade & Soul off their servers. So they have invested very high grade gaming computers at their server. So you basically get zero ping because you're connecting to the PC which is physically next to the server. And you're able to play everything at the maximum resolution at maximum frame rates. So obviously this sounds really good, right? It sounds too good to be true, right? However, as we all know, it is Tencent, so they do charge a monthly subscription for this. So I think the base subscription starts at $20. And this allows you to connect to their PCs and play Blade & Soul using their computers as you just use your internet connection. So I literally can use my MacBook Air, connect through the internet to their PCs and stream Blade & Soul on my Mac. And it performs perfectly fine with a bunch of crap going on and in a raid and everything. It's always above 60 FPS. So this sounds really nice, right? Are we going to be getting it on the global server? Unfortunately not. There are a lot of issues with this system. So this service is only available in very specific cities in China at the moment. It's available in Shanghai and Beijing, and strangely enough, I don't really know the reasoning. It's not available in Shenzhen. So I live in Shenzhen, but Shenzhen has very good infrastructure. You know, 500 up, 500 down, that's really fast already. And I'll be upgrading to 1 gigabyte pretty soon, according to my package. But strangely enough, they don't support it. The servers are also located in Shenzhen, so I don't really know why they're not offering the service to people who live in Shenzhen. But either way, several months back when I was in Shanghai, I was able to test it, and it looked really, really promising. It looked pretty amazing. Like everything maxed out on a really crappy laptop. I was just like, wow, it works. Amazing. So as I said before, there are some issues with this. So the issue is obviously input lag. As we all know, Blade & Soul is a very ping dependent game. So if you have 100 ms in game versus 200 ms in game versus 300 ms in game, your animations as well as your inputs as well as your damage is going to be decreased significantly the higher the ping is. And so the problem with streaming the game onto your laptop or onto a mobile device or onto whatever is that there will be a slight delay in your input. So you will need a very fast and a very stable internet connection to even use this service. So in Shanghai, I have 1 gigabyte down and 1 gigabyte up. So it's a very, very fast connection. But the problem was it wasn't very stable. And the reasoning for that is because my Blade & Soul account in China is on the Shenzhen servers and I was in Shanghai. So I was connecting from Shanghai to Shenzhen and that was how I was streaming it. And because of the sheer distance, my ping wasn't very optimal. Like the recommended ping in order to use this server is 5 ms or below. And since I was in Shanghai connecting to Shenzhen, I was at around 30 ms. And because of that, you could definitely see a lot of artifacts. So what artifacts are would be like a lot of pixelation and like your game just didn't look very nice. And like I was trying to run it at 1080p, you know, there was an option for 4K, but I wasn't gonna pay for that package, and I don't even need to play the game in 4K, right? I just wanted to try the service, so I paid the lowest one at 1080p, and it didn't perform as well as I would like it to be. Like, you know, I wasn't getting any frame drops, but the quality, like the game image quality, was not the same. Like right now you can see in the background that I have the game on the NA server turned on at 1080p, everything maxed out, and the game looks gorgeous. It looks, you know, it looks nice. But unfortunately, when you're streaming the game like that, it won't look like this at all. It looks very blurry because they're just trying to send all this information back and forth. And because of the slight input delay, it's always trying to play catch up. So although the concept is very good, it only works in very niche scenarios. So I didn't have a Shanghai Blade and Soul account, so I couldn't test at low latency at like, you know, 5 ms or below. But if they ever do release the service in Shenzhen, I will definitely try to showcase it. Maybe I'll try to test it on my laptop, or maybe I'll try to go into a raid, maybe like ET with the streaming service, so that you guys can see how that performs. But unfortunately, because of the whole situation of the coronavirus, I don't know how long this project has been pushed back or delayed. But if it ever does come out in Shenzhen anytime, I will definitely try to check it out and try to showcase it so that you guys can see. But this was definitely a very interesting project that Tencent did alone. The Korean servers did not get this service. The Korean servers are still, you know, you just get a really powerful PC and you deal with the poor FPS. That's, you know, that's life. So it was quite interesting to see that Tencent went out of their way to set up the streaming service so that people could actually enjoy the game of Blade and Soul on the Chinese servers. But then again, the Chinese forums are pretty toxic. We flamed the crap out of Tencent because of a lot of the performance issues, as well as the game just not being as playable as it should be, right? By the way, I'm also uploading daily on the second channel. The link will be in the description below. Today's video on the second channel actually explains how my main channel got hacked and how I got it back. So do check it out. Again, link is in the description below. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the